Hey, comic makers. This is Peter Palmiotti of Humanoid Studio. And today, let's do something different. I'm working on retro. Just kidding. I've always been working on retro and will continue to do so until it's done. So, things are changing in the world. Well, my world. Um, so, been keeping track. I've had a job this past couple of weeks, a little more than 2 weeks, and I got an offer for something else. At better pay and possibly less days during the week, so I could spend more time working on my own thing. So I took that, and I'll start later today, which is why this won't be that long this morning. I know there's a couple of people that want to come on, chit chat about comics and whatnot. So I'll do that as soon as I know what days I'll have free and all that. There's so much I gotta do. I had this set up better, and but it will do for now. I gotta be working on my studio again, this being one of the aspects. So we'll be focusing on that. Yeah, so I'm gonna start the new job later today. Not too much after I finish up here. So my mind's a little bit elsewhere. But I hope you're doing well today. Hey, it's Runny. Good morning. So, one of the things I mentioned last time, but if you didn't catch it, I changed up my list a little bit down below the video. I'm going to be giving more time to my particular community. And below you can find the Facebook group and the YouTube channel, both which are creator-owned comics group. And as soon as I get more into the details of my schedule, I'm going to start setting up some interviews And also, I want to do. I might just call it what I did here on this channel. Sort of my creative hangouts were called Studio Synergy, which is sort of a virtual reality hangout. Well, not virtual reality, but a group of me and my friends hanging out, working on our projects, talking about art, comics, the industry, and anything else that comes up. Because I always find when I'm working with others, I really get into my rhythm. It's a little more distracting if I'm trying to do this on my own. And this morning I'm just really don't have a lot of time, so but I want to try to get back into my daily streams, which I was doing for a little bit, and of course the day job cut into that. So even if I can't go long, I'll at least be definitely making progress on my comic every day, because I'm looking at the just big goal of getting this book done. And if I'm going to make that happen this year, the biggest thing on my plate as far as this book is the inks. And, even though I had a lot of money come in, I basically covered my bills. So as far as dreaming of all these supplies I was going to get and whatnot, I had to hold off on that. So as money trickles in again, I got to get on top of that. But yeah, I want to make regular progress on my comic, and really overall improve things online, get my store back up and running. Little things, big things. And be a full-fledged company by the end of the year. We shall see. So also, if you've been keeping track, I have 2 cats here now. And that's challenging. But they love being back home. And I'm just getting into my system of keeping them out of my way while I work. And that seems to be going okay. The real goal is to have like a better monthly income so I could rent a home as opposed to this small apartment. many, many things on my plate, and everything's challenging. Too many challenges. But yeah, before the end of this month, I'm going to be doing a Kickstarter update, and that's going to be for surveys. And even though the book is far from finished, I am finishing it at some point within the remainder of the year. I also got my other paid gigs I got to be on top of, and some commission work. I think I'll cut out all the extras, like, knock out my commissions I got, and just other paid work, and just break it down to only the graphic novel and the book I'm doing with Randy Bishop, which is Hawk in New York. He was on the last episode. And if I could do that, then I could just focus on 3 comics. So we'll see how that goes. So yeah, I was talking to some friends yesterday, just in one of our many private hangouts, about what everybody else is up to and the state of the world, and it's like we don't know what 6 months down the line is going to look like at the moment. So if you're listening to this in the future, know that this is a very unsure time. One bit of good news is my friend in town, Lisa. Her brother and his new girlfriend got it's a Jeep. So Lisa is now proud owner of his former truck. So later today we're gonna get all his crap out of it. And that will be our means of transportation. And I'll share in the upkeep and whatnot. So it makes life a little easier in town. We'll have our own vehicle to get around. But yeah, I mean, along with creator-owned, I'm talking to a number of people. I just want to start catching up with other creators and start really getting focused about how I want to build my studio, and maybe, some insight into how to do it better. I mean, it's always that. It's always, I don't just want to put out one book and be done. I want to put out series. So, got to get on top of things. Boom, 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 boom. So let's see. Yeah, I don't want to. I'm gonna try to go a little longer. I mean, it seems like from hour to hour, sometimes my schedule changes, and was planning to get out of the house earlier, but things have been delayed a little bit. But I still gotta jump in the shower, change, and get ready for what I'm going to be doing later today, which essentially is like, there's a home business and they need some major reorganization. So I'll be working with them on that. I am pretty good at the organizing skills. When I put time and effort into it, goodness knows I need to do more of that for myself here in my studio. Which I'm going to get back on top of. Gotta make things run smoother. So when I started these, this comic and art series, I purposely didn't have goals. I just wanted it to get into a rhythm, and for the most part, I have. I do want to do this daily. And it's for my benefit. It's like if you get something out of this, then that's awesome. I want to get a lot more focused about what I do, how I'm doing it, and I want to get others on here and also build up my other channel. So yeah, I did mention Studio Synergy. Bring that over to my other channel. I want to keep this just comics and art episodes. So Studio Synergy will be on my other channel. We'll do sort of creative hangouts with a bunch of other writers, artists there, as well as one-on-one interviews. And my group has interest in seeing, as well as doing written interviews. So I'll be bringing that to my blog, because I still have a blog. Mostly it's where I share out my latest YouTube videos and keep people that follow my blog up to date on all that, as well as appearances and other things of interest. But I'll make a section for indie comic interviews in the written form. I'd love to get to the day where I have time to edit and also get back into editing overall. It's like I just ran into all problems with video editors. Such a pain. Alright. So I don't want to go too long today, and I realize, like, this isn't an amazing episode, but that's okay. Sometimes it's just about putting in the work. Well, most of the time. If you get some work done, then that's a good day. Yeah, I want to make some real progress on this book and other things I'm up to. It helps that I'm not seeing anybody currently. And yeah, I will say that I'm struggling with that this year. It's like back to the on again, off again relationship, especially during the early days of COVID and everything's scary and we're keeping in contact. It was a back and forth, and in the end, wasn't working out. I would definitely say that, it took me away from my focus. For all her appreciation of what I do for a living, she didn't really have have interest in it. It's like, oh, you work hard. That's what it comes down to. Yeah, I know. I put the time in every day. I work 7 days a week on this stuff and whatever free time I have. I don't need somebody to tell me that. She constantly asks me, oh, how can I make money? How can I make money? And yet had zero interest in assisting me in what I do. I was like, I don't know. This is kind of the obvious thing. It's like, if you help me do what I do, then I'll do it better, make more money. Nope, nope, no interest. Which is okay. I understand. And yet she's still looking. Still looking at ways to make money. It's like, you have no real interest, just find something that makes money. Yeah, she didn't really want a day job, which I understand. It's like, okay, there's other ways to make money. But not my worry. Worried about me. Working on my own thing. Get my book out this year. Get a couple other books out this year. Build up my comic making community. You know, definitely one of my personal goals is talk to a lot more creatives. It's like I work best by osmosis. It's like hearing the same thing from different creators kind of like is inspiring. And it's like, oh, yeah, I'm starting to see the patterns. Shame people don't understand. Yep. Well, you know, I figure as you know, it's like when it really comes down to it, I need to make money, better money, doing what I do, so that I can hire the right person. You know, all I need is a right hand man, right hand woman, whatever, who is into doing an excellent job at what they do, that will assist me in what I do. They don't have to be into comics, you know. There's a lot of the business side of things, or just a lot of the boring maintenance kind of stuff. Just somebody I could trust and who's authentic and is good at following the instructions. It's like, in many ways, I would almost love to work for myself if I wasn't doing all this other stuff. I'd be the perfect person for me to hire. Uh, yeah. One day I'll find somebody good. I do know a couple of people, but I'm not ready yet to hire. If only. All right, so it's 8 o'clock, and got a list of things to do before I get out of here. But if you've been keeping track, this is retro. This is page 13. I'll continue inking this book. 28 pages total. There'll be a bunch of extras for anybody who supported me on Kickstarter. I will also offer the same book up once I deliver to all of them a copy. I'll be doing Indiegogo. And, you know, since my Kickstarter was so short, it really, you know, didn't fund a lot of the book. Later, Ronnie. Thanks for hanging out and chatting. So yeah, I'm gonna try to do these daily again. And I will get others on here as I go, and I'll be finding out more on my schedule later today and later this week, so I can keep on top of this better, get this book done, and move on with my new life as a small publisher. So, in essence, I got to step it up. Please subscribe if you haven't. Hit that bell so you know when I have new streams coming up. and share. If you share any individual video, that's awesome. You can also share out the playlist of these episodes. And I'm slowly opening up old videos I did previously. I wanted to keep my channel clean for a little bit, which I've done already. So early episodes of the very first Rcast is with me and Jeff Lafferty. Early episodes of Studio Synergy and a bunch of other things. So I'll see you again at some point tomorrow. So hope you're being productive and check you out later.